Happy Friday.
It's Friday.
I love that intro.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Javie. This is my
I'm
wife.
Jessica.
And on this show, we focus on topics that we all have to face, right? So we can build that character and
our faith. Yeah.
and take action towards the life that we want to live.
Absolutely.
So,
And that's the thing, is that it's about all three of those things. Don't forget, we say all those three things for a reason, right? This isn't about just getting some good inspirational stuff and then moving on with our day and being like, that was cool, and then we don't do anything with it.
No, you know, the thing is that those are our tenets. Those are the things that we stand on. That's why we repeat them every morning. Every morning, we want you to understand those are the three things that we believe are going to get you through your day. That is going to get you to the life that you want to live. Okay, by building your faith, developing your character, and taking action. And if you're doing those things every day, and some days maybe less than others.
Yeah.
Again, as long as you're moving 1% forward every day,
yeah,
you're getting better and better. You're going to be better than last week. You're going to be better than last month. You'll be better than last year. So the whole idea is that we practice these three things on a daily basis.
And don't we all want to be better than last year?
Oh yeah. It's not hard.
It's not hard. We're not raising the bar high, guys.
It's not that hard. Right?
But listen, so first things first, before we jump in to today's show, I just want to make sure you guys are aware of a couple of links. There is the StreamYard link. Make sure that you're clicking that if you're watching us from inside of our private Facebook support group. Our health and wellness group is a community of people, an amazing group of people. If you want to dive in there, it's free to you. But if you're watching it from that group, make sure you're clicking that StreamYard link, because otherwise we won't be able to see your name when you comment. The other link that's in the description you're going to see is the YouVersion Bible app link. And that's going to take you to the study that we're using for this series, any given series that we're on. I'm always going to include the link so that you can go to the actual study on the app to make sure that you can follow along, read the verses yourself. Maybe you can dive into other studies, and there's always that option for you there in the description. Hey, good morning, Monica. Happy Friday. That's right. And speaking of Friday, before I speak of Friday, I was going to make sure you guys know we are on the end. Today's the last day of our Finding Peace series. So we've done 10 days of this, and it's been outstanding.
Yeah.
So I cannot wait to do today's topic, but we have another really cool topic for you guys next week. We're going to dive into some health and wellness stuff. So stay tuned for that. Now that we found all our peace, we found it all, right? Now we're going to dive into some really cool stuff next week. But anyway, today we're going to end that Finding Peace series. But anyway, it's Friday. So that's what I was going to say. And Friday is Ridiculous Nonsense Friday.
Ridiculous Nonsense Friday. We need some sound effects with that.
Yeah, you got to come up with some sound effects for
we'll
Ridiculous Nonsense Friday. Because I have something completely ridiculous for you. I'm going to share something with you guys that hold on to your seat, because you know what? If you've never heard Africa by Toto this way, you have got to see this. Here's a treat for you guys. Are you ready for this?
Hold on.
Is it going to play?
Oh, come on.
Come
on.
on.
You leave us hanging?
Oh!
There you go.
Hang on.
Refresh. Come on. We're live here, people. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. I seriously can't. I can only I've watched that video like 25 times. It makes my whole day. So here's the thing is that we just want to bring you ridiculous stuff on Fridays because it's Friday.
It's
Right? It's the
Friday.
last day of the work week. We're ready for the weekend. We don't care about anything serious
So if you have anything ridiculous you'd like to share for
on our show.
Ridiculous Fridays, let us know.
Yeah.
And we might share it on our show.
Oh, most likely. Yeah. As long as it's appropriate.
So
Rubber chickens included.
should we come dressed appropriately for Ridiculous Friday?
I'm wondering if Ridiculous Nonsense Fridays should come with costumes.
That would be fun.
Let us know if that's what you guys would like. What kind of costume should we come to Ridiculous Nonsense Fridays?
Oh, you have some costumes.
Oh, I could bring my unicorn pajamas.
Uh-huh.
You've got some pretty fun things. So, all
We
right.
need new ones though.
All right. Well, Christmas time comes and we always get new ridiculous outfits just for pajama time. So listen, that's what's happening on Fridays from now on. Ridiculous Nonsense Fridays.
Remember a long time ago, those puppets we had?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Remember when Vine first came out? Remember Vine? So we were on Vine for a while when it first came out and we had the best time. Oh, it was absolutely amazing. So, okay. She said, how about for all of October, you guys put on costumes?
That's right. Different costumes.
Well,
that could get expensive.
Okay. But for October, you're right though. For the end of October, I mean, we could put on some different costumes, different outfits. I'm sure we could find something at Goodwill.
Right?
Get it pressure washed first.
Yep. Right. Disinfected.
All right, you guys, we're going to dive into our discussion for this topic for today. But I just wanted to make sure you guys know that that's what we're doing on Fridays from now on.
Yep.
Okay. I got to share the other thing.
I have to come now. Let's see. I have to sound effects.
Now you got to have sound effects. You got to come
costumes.
up with the whole new segment.
We have to send an email to the costume department to
send an
wardrobes.
email to the costume department. Oh, good morning, Annie. Annie's here. Hang on.
Good morning, Annie.
Good morning, Annie. Good morning, beautiful souls. Annie, you missed it. We just showed the most amazing video on Ridiculous Nonsense Fridays. So you have to go back and watch the replay because it is a hilarious video. You have to watch it.
And then Jess is going to wear costumes on Friday.
Just me? Oh, I don't think so. But you guys should vote. You should vote on what costumes you think we should wear. Because, there's lots of couples themes we could do. We've already nailed hobbits. Right now, we're dressed up as hobbits right now. Did you know that?
Do the whole show like Siamese twins?
Like Siamese twins. We've pretty much nailed that already.
Yeah.
All right. So learning to live in contentment does not go along with Ridiculous Nonsense Fridays. But here we are. All right, you guys, are you ready? So to live in inner contentment, the entire focus of your life must be the Lord Jesus Christ. So I've had short periods in my life when a particular problem or situation would cause me nights of tossing and turning hour after hour, unable to sleep. I've discovered the best thing I can do when I can't seem to let go of thinking about a particular problem, conversation, or criticism is to get out of bed, get down on my knees, and cry out to God. Please help me through this. Help me focus on you alone. Sleep comes when my focus is on the Lord and how he would have me think or respond in my emotions to a particular situation. Sleep is elusive when I allow my focus to shift to what others have said, all the things that might happen, all the difficulty of a challenge that lies ahead. The choice is quite simple. Think about the Lord and his abundant provision, protection, and love. Think about all of the people and circumstances trying to rob you of provision, destroy your life, and heap hatred upon you. Thinking about the Lord brings a person peace. Thinking about anything else is usually a shortcut to anxiety, fear, or worry. When you focus on the Lord, it's important that you see him as being in your situation with you right at that moment. Too many people think of God being far away. They don't see God as being accessible or available to them in the immediacy of their lives. The truth is, he's present with us in every moment of every day. I can remember the most peaceful place I've ever been, the Sea of Galilee. Years ago, I was at a spot by the sea that seemed to me to be the very definition of peace and tranquility. However, in today's world, most people probably wouldn't think of that area as being peaceful. It's only a few dozen miles to Syria and Lebanon from there. People tend to think of Israel as a hot spot in the world, a place of virtually no peace. But I felt great peace there. Why? Because I felt the Lord there. I sensed his presence. It's easy for me to close my eyes and see the Lord walking right beside me along the Sea of Galilee. I also find it easy and beneficial to envision the Lord walking right beside me in a number of beautiful natural settings I've experienced around the world. It's not these environments that give me peace. It's the awareness of God that I feel in my heart when I'm in these environments that produces peace. It's that sense of God with me that's important for me to recapture, to envision, to see with spiritual eyes when times of trouble hit my life. Friend, no matter where you are at any given time, Jesus is the source of your contentment. See the Lord walking with you in peace.
Yep.
Sense his presence, become aware of his awesome power and authority over your life. When by faith you enter into a personal relationship with Christ, living with the assurance of his presence and provision in your life, I promise you, you will experience true peace. If you wrestle with turmoil in an uncertain world, click here to learn more. So this is an amazing study that they keep you going on other studies. So if you want to go ahead and move forward with that, you can go ahead and go to the YouVersion Bible app link I have in the description, because this is an amazing app with amazing resources. So Colossians 3:2 is the verse, and it says, set your affection on things above, not on things of the earth. And Deuteronomy 31:8 says, and the Lord, he it is that doth go before thee. He will be with thee. He will not fail thee, neither forsake thee. Fear not, neither be dismayed. All right. So that's the end of that.
You know, the description, man, I felt something when he was describing this walking, just the thought of walking on the Sea of Galilee, right?
I can imagine.
And one day, I don't have a bucket list or anything else, but if I did, my bucket list would be go to Israel, spend some time there, and really go to these spots and walk the path that Jesus walked, and see the historical, everything historical and there that's rich in biblical history. And just study and focus on God and really feel his presence, because if any place on the earth you're going to feel his presence, it's going to be there. Yes, it just so happens to be also one of the hottest spots on earth when it comes to violence, right? Constant. So, but what he also points out is really anywhere, if we really focus on it, God is present. You know, I've shared with you in the past where I would love to take hikes. And why did it was exercise, and I got out in nature. But you know what I loved about it most is that's when I felt like I was in his presence. I was able to get away from all the noise out in nature, and I could literally feel him at times walking with me, speaking directly to my heart. I could hear him loud and clear.
Well,
giving me perspective.
Our connection with God is vibrant, but the noise of the world is it's so loud, it's so consuming. It dims that vibrancy because we're not paying attention. So when we do get outside that noise, when we do get outside, it could be at a spa, it could be on a mountaintop, it could be in a forest, it could be at the ocean. The ocean is one thing for me for sure that does it. And then it's when we unplug from all our stuff and we're just like silent, we naturally commune with him.
Yeah. But you know, the thing is, the truth is we love getting out, you know, to these spaces, but it's not that his presence is only there in nature or in these, you know, God's only in vacation spots. Or out.
It could be in your prayer closet.
Yeah. The problem is, the reason why we don't commune with him more or realize that he's there present in everyday moments. Look, he doesn't change. He's with us always. The problem is there's too much white noise.
Yeah.
There's too much noise going on that we don't realize that. We don't feel his presence. We don't see him as we need to. And therefore we don't commune with him. If your best friend isn't with you in the same room, you don't talk to them.
Right.
I mean, like they're there. Well, if you do, maybe you do.
Maybe
I
you
don't
do.
know. But the thing is you don't talk to them. You don't commune with your friend, your spouse, if they're not in the room. But the thing is God is always in the room. And
Mhm.
he is especially closest to us when we're going through certain trials.
Mhm. Mhm.
And that's really important for us to remember
Well,
this week.
I got convicted just by reading that about when like we can't sleep. So last night I experienced something I've never experienced. He experiences it all the time. I don't remember the last time. I say never, but I just don't remember the last time I've experienced it where I got up to use the restroom in the middle of the night. You get up as you do. It was middle of the night. I don't know what time. And I went back to bed and I couldn't go back to sleep. That never happens to me. Like my body's like back to sleep. And he does experience that all the time. Like where if he wakes up, then it's hard to go back to sleep. And so he experiences insomnia. But I haven't experienced that. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I could not go back to sleep. And it was the weirdest thing. I laid there like basically half asleep, just like on the surface, just like, why can't I go to sleep? So, and it was just a weird thing.
It's a terrible feeling.
Yeah. And so reading that when she was talking about, when you have all these things in your mind and scrolling, through all the things that could happen, or, a lot of times what he'll get caught up with is thinking through, he's an engineer. So especially when we're doing things like all this tech issues we've been having, he has not slept because he's working it out. His brain's like, and he'll even be like, shut up. It's time to go to bed now. Time to go to bed now. And his brain's like, no, we're working it out. And like, he's like laying there working it out. And it's so hard. And so, but even so especially that kind of stuff, but even when like you're worried about something or you're over analyzing a conversation that you had with somebody or a criticism you received or whatever it happens to be, it's one of those things where I love what this person said, where get on your knees and just start talking to God. I've noticed in the past, this did resonate with me in this, is that, well, I was convicted because I'm not doing this enough. We are not just like, you know what? Why aren't we just giving it to God in that moment and just being like, whatever this is, God, you can just handle it tomorrow. Right. But what did resonate with me is that in the past, I tell my kids this all the time. If I haven't been able to fall asleep, like at nighttime when I can't go to sleep, or I can't get my mind to relax, I pray. I start talking to God about my day. I start talking to him. And as I'm just communing with him, I rest. Like I'll fall asleep so fast because I'm in this space where all the peace comes. And when it comes, you're just like I'm out because I need to rest. My mind won't rest. And anytime you're talking to God, your mind rests. Like, even if you're in turmoil, when you're talking to God, there's this sense of safe harbor. I've noticed even if I'm angry about something, there's still this safe harbor. It's like when kids go to their parents, even if they're upset with them, like there's that sense of foundation, like with your parents that, you can stand on that. So kids will act out towards their parents. I'm assuming these are healthy parents, not abusive parents. But they have this sense of safe harbor. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So it's like, even when they're angry, there's peace in knowing that foundation of their family is there. Even though they treat you kind of like badly because, well, you're their family, and they're like, they feel the safety to treat you that way. I actually heard from this is so interesting. I heard from a psychologist one time that a lot of times when kids are acting out, like, and they're being more emotional with their parents than they do with anybody else, that's actually a sign of a healthy parent-child relationship, when they are like healthily acting out, meaning they're pushing all their boundaries, they're being able to say whatever they want, they feel safe to do that. Because if they didn't, they would be in fear all the time and being like, they don't feel comfortable being themselves, they don't feel free to interact or emote or anything, like in abusive parenting relationships where the child feels like they can't be comfortable. So if your kids are just acting out like that, and I have a point, then that means they actually have more peace about the relationship than you think, because they feel free and open and safe to do that, to emote, to process, to walk through their feelings, right? And to figure out what's allowed and what's not allowed, and to figure out the situation and to walk out their life. And it's in a safe space. Well, that's how, when we're with God, we need to be in that space where we can just emote to him, just talk to him, just act it out and be like, God, even when you're mad, even when it doesn't feel right, even when you're not sure what's going on, even when you're scared or whatever, just be totally real with him. Feel safe to do that. He already knows anyway. He totally knows. But if we act like we can't do anything, we can't say anything because God's going to react a certain way or whatever, that's not the relationship we should be having with God. There's no peace in that. So the peace even comes even when you're angry or even when you're questioning God. There's still peace with him because of that solid foundation of that being a safe harbor that's holding you up, right? That's holding your boat up. Even when you're questioning where the boat's going, you're in God's harbor still.
No, no, absolutely.
So that peace, no matter how you talk to him, that peace comes. And especially when you're not questioning him and you're not mad, you get that deep peace. And it's like that connection with him. We're meant to have that. We're designed to have that spiritual connection with him, with our spirit. And so when we allow that and we open ourselves up to it and say, okay, I just want to talk to you, God, man, things happen. Not like, it's not like the movies where you're like, and like lights come down, but this peace that you can't explain, like just descends, and you're like, oh, everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. Even if I don't understand what's going on. Why? Because I know that you've always got me, God. And I know that I'm just worried about things because I'm a limited human with no future knowledge. I don't know what's going to happen. So then that throws me all over the place. My boat is everywhere. And I just need to lean on you and know that even if it doesn't go where I want it to go, you still don't change. You still are God. You still bring peace. And we'll work this out.
Exactly right. That's so true. This series has been a really, really good series
A blessing.
in peace, because I loved how it just broke it down day by day, all the things that take us away from that.
Where to find peace, how to find it, all the parts of it.
But also not shying away from the real life things that happen to us every day that robs us of our peace. Right.
Right.
So I hope in these last 10 days that you got something from it. Hopefully you taken some notes. Okay. And really start going back and applying it. Like I said the other day, where the first week, what we did is we were able to really meditate on what really was going on, what was really said all week long. And we had the weekend to really think about it. So this week, I hope you got to do that again. I hope you got to really go day by day, step by step, really analyze what that means for your life and how you can take action and how you can walk in peace every day moving forward. We want these devotionals to be impactful. It's not about our show. It's not about us.
Right.
It's about you and your relationship with God.
Yep.
Right.
And we're all doing this together. I mean, it really isn't about us because we're over here learning the same things. Again, we do not read ahead on these. Right. I didn't know what it was going to say today. Right. And I'm so grateful for not doing that every time, because God always shows me something new and gives me something to take away. And that's really, I mean, we've talked about in the past, people are like, wow, you really show up every day for that. And we've defended it fervently because this is part of our morning routine. This is part of our time with God.
Right. So it's Good Morning with Javie and Jessica. And it's not about the show. Okay. And yes, we're adding some of these fun things and these other things because
we want to have fun.
Right now, in everyone's life, okay, whatever with everything going on around us, there's too many negative things going on.
Yep.
So why not have a show that's having fun and talking about the truth and talking about the truth that God has offered to us,
Right.
right? Talk about it daily. Talking about our faith, developing our character, and taking action. Those three things are positive things that you don't hear. Most people don't hear on a daily basis.
Right.
Why? Because there's too much noise going on. And, this, I think it was great that we talked the very first 10 days of launching our new show is about peace,
Yeah.
because we all need peace
We
right
all
now,
need it bad.
right?
Yeah. This
And
world needs peace.
and
And where's the only place you can find it? With God.
with God, right?
Yep.
So again, this is about you and your relationship with God, building that faith, developing your character, and taking action. How are we going to take action? We just step by step, day by day, 1% better,
Mhm.
absorbing everything that we went through this week and applying
And
it to our
applying it.
lives.
Yeah.
Right. So I hope you guys got something out of this series
Mhm.
this week
I did.
and today. So happy Friday.
Yes.
And if you got something out of this today or the series, please hit like and share this with your friends and family. We wish you a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and we will be back
Well,
next
yes.
week.
So we'll be back next week with a different series. But here's the thing. Before we go, I want to let you guys know about a couple of things. First thing is that we are going to be live tomorrow with our podcast. So don't forget, on Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are always live with our podcast, The Heart of an Underdog. And we have an amazing guest tomorrow talking about necrotizing fasciitis. He had survived that. That's crazy. That's that flesh-eating bacteria. He had a crazy story. So you guys have to tune in for that. What an amazing guest. And then also, if you want to be a sponsor of this show, okay, and you want to support everything that we're doing here, make sure you jump over to javieandjessicamadrigal.com. You can sign up to be a monthly sponsor at as little as $5 a month. We wanted to make it easy. People have been asking where they can support us. That's how you can do it. We absolutely invite you to pick anything that you feel is comfortable for you. And all of your financial partnership with us, you guys, is part of the mission. Anything you do to support us is part of you being a part of that mission, helping people improve their lives, find better health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and getting closer and closer to the life that they want. So I would love for you to be a part of that. Also, do not forget, this weekend is the last time your last chance to sign up. I can't talk. Sign up for the September challenge. EliteNinjaAcademy.com/21-day challenge. Make sure that you are jumping over to that website and signing up for that challenge, because we start Monday and it's going to be great, you guys. This is such an amazing opportunity for you to really get jump started before the holidays. You got to get on this before the holidays, because if you wait until the holidays or you wait till January, you're going to be sorry. You're going to, you know what? The next 4 months is going to go by regardless of whether you do something or not. So why not start now? Get on your nutrition, get on your fitness. We're here to walk alongside you, a community of people to do it with you. And we walk along with you every step of the way. We give you all the tools you need to do it, and we cheer you on. So make sure you're jumping into that. It's $97 for 21 days, and we give you everything. If you're a couple, you can do it together for the same price. So we definitely want you to do that. So because it's easier when you do it together, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So if you want to do that, make sure you jump over there. Otherwise, you guys, we will see you tomorrow for our podcast and on Monday for another morning show. We absolutely thank you for joining us, and we hope you have a great weekend.
Have a great day.
Bye, guys.